This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're out on location with Authentic Drilling. Since 2014, they've been providing geotechnical, environmental, and exploration services for really folks across the United States. I'm here with Sherry, who is the general manager, owner. Thanks for joining us out here today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. How does a woman-owned small business get started like this, and how did you find yourself in this type of industry?
11 years ago, I was approached by a seismic drilling company that was looking to expand their operations. And it started out just helping with the setup, and it increased into the accounting and then the field operations, and I worked myself up to being the director of the U.S. operations.
Interesting. Before we start talking about some of the specialties that you guys provide, let's talk a little bit about traditional drilling. Share with us what that entails for companies like yourselves and other companies.
Well, what we specifically do is we provide a soil, rock, or water sample for the consultants or engineers to then do their engineering and design all types of different projects.
Wonderful. Obviously, to provide a successful project, you rely a lot on equipment, modern equipment, mobile equipment, reliable equipment. Share with me what you guys are able to deliver out here in the field.
We have a combination of both truck, track, and buggy tire drill rigs. So we are able to get to a lot of sites that are considered difficult access. So here we do have a buggy rig, although this site isn't required to have a buggy rig. That's the rig that we have on site today.
The ability to provide multiple rigs on a single project. Obviously, in-house maintenance is probably required, making sure everything's kept up to peak performance. Tell me about that.
Well, we definitely require a lot repairs and maintenance given the types of drilling we do. It is essential to have reliable equipment, your tooling, everything to be kept up to par. The other thing that is absolutely important is to have the right field guys. Our drillers and our drill helpers are second to none. They're all senior drillers. That's why I wanted to set it up so that we had better field success and our field execution should be flawless.
Obviously, equipment is only half of the ratio here, half of the formula for success. We're talking about using only experienced senior drill crews. Why was that important for you?
Well, because it costs a lot of money to train a new driller. It also costs the clients a lot of money to train a new driller on their site. So just by having the expertise and the troubleshooting ability, kind of the been there, done that situations, really gets the job done as quickly, on time, in budget as possible.
Excellent. We're talking about a team that takes pride in every project. They're actually incentivized to make sure they do a successful job, almost like that of the owner.
Absolutely. We consider ourselves a family, and I believe that everyone should profit of the business.
A profit of the business out there. One of the things I see is we're talking about not only a trained team, but also they are certified in many areas, including that of OSHA.
Yes, OSHA HAZWOPER is pretty important. Also MSHA certifications, railroad certifications, first aid, CPR. There's also Safe Land USA training and other drill training certifications as well.
Obviously, projects like this, they are required to be, well, done on time, on budget. Is that something you pride yourself on?
Absolutely. We are putting our best forward to make sure it's done right the first time.
A lot of planning goes into that on the front end, I imagine.
It does. It definitely does.
Some of the things that folks out there, speaking of the planning side of it, we're talking about providing technical data as well as picking out the right drill. Quite a bit of listening on your end, I imagine, on the front end.
Yeah, there is a lot of information that you do need to try and get from your client. There's a lot of factors that can affect their bid and their estimate in trying to get it done, dollar budget that they have. So there's a lot of factors like is there traffic control involved? If there is, there's usually a shorter day, drill day. Stuff like light plants, water source, that is a huge factor because there's several factors, several drilling things that we do like coring, that we need access to water, packer testing, you need a lot of water, and then of course the grouting and installing piezometers, monitoring wells, and inclinometers.
There's no job that is a repeat, really. And we're talking about different locations you're at, your specialties. We're talking about mines, both active and abandoned. We're talking about landslides, water dams, gravel pits, infrastructures, buildings, airports, landfills. You guys are pretty much out and about in different areas all the time.
Absolutely. It's always you never know what you're going to get that day.
Sherry, you had years of experience when it came to managing this prior to starting the company in 2014. Obviously, this wasn't a small endeavor for you.
No, it was not. It definitely took a lot of startup time. Like, I've been planning this for almost a year, and there was a lot of funding. I mean, last year I had venture capital money offered, but the terms were unacceptable. So I went the traditional funding way, and I did SBA funding. It's hard to find a bank that wants a startup company. So I went with Paragon Bank, and they worked through it with me, and I was funded April 1st of this year. So we've been just recently starting to drill.
So you guys are open for business.
We are open for business, and we've been drilling for almost a month now.
Is that a challenging part of it, as well as something that requires a lot of planning?
You know, it does require planning, but the guys really enjoy how everything changes up. You know, it's not your traditional, you're not just drilling auger every day. There's a lot of different drill methods that we do that not all the companies do. We do ODEX and coring as well, and that's more of a specialty type drilling that requires just, driller skill for that.
Excellent. Obviously, safety's got to be job number one for you guys here.
Absolutely. I have created a safety plan for us. We have a job safety analysis and an emergency response plan that I do for every single job, as well as I have 42 different pre-done tailgate meetings on different subjects, including lightning, housekeeping, all those kinds of things, as well as blank ones that they can fill out as well, very site-specific for them.
Regardless of the size of project, preparation is key. Share with us the custom program you guys are able to provide at each program. We're talking about job site specific, kicking out the paperwork, requirements, consumables, costing, the whole 9 yards.
I spent about a month creating an Excel software program that makes the estimating pretty automated. So I essentially pick how many holes, which drilling methods, how it's being completed, and from that it automatically populates the different rentals I need, like if it needs an air compressor or a trash pump. And then it also automatically populates my safety paperwork, with the exception of I need to look up the hospitals and stuff like that. Automatically calculates how many bags of bentonite or cement or anything that I need to have on site with me as well. So I have an order list that I can just print out, and I contact my supplier and I have that ordered in. I have a custom load sheet as per the type of drilling methods that we're using, because we can drill multiple methods on a site as well. It's like the whole pick list of everything that they need to have with them.
This is an industry really where customer service never stops. Your goal really is to make their job easier.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to set them up for success in the field, because you never know what you're going to get when you get to the field.
Absolutely. Success out in the field. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their contact information. You're also going to see their website. On the website, you can take a look at the traditional drilling process they're able to provide, as well as the specialty services. We're talking about senior crews here with years of experience in all different areas. There really is no challenge out there they probably can't handle for you. Able to provide mobile equipment across the United States if so needed. This is a company that began here in 2014 in southern Denver, and we're out on location with Authentic Drilling. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.